turn the volume down over here.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the live. We're alive.
Hello, people. Can you hear us? We always start the same way, don't we?
Yeah.
And here
Can
we
you
go.
hear us?
Is this thing on? Skip ads. And there we are.
Who's here? Hi, Stan, Tackett, and Bid Now, and Exoman.
Hey, farm girl.
Hi.
So it's just the few of us, huh?
Yeah, how is everyone?
So we thought we would get together with you guys on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Actually, it's a little bit overcast here.
And it's a little cool. It's like 75 degrees. It's been 85, 95.
We're about 3 feet away from the camera, and of course we don't have good technology here, so we'll speak up and hopefully you can hear us. Hey, JD Fox.
Hey, JD.
Yes, we're doing well, thank you.
Oh, I'm glad
your tournament was good.
Yeah, your arm wrestling tournament. That's
good for
awesome.
you. We hope you had fun.
Good, yeah.
Hi, Bid Now. What's that say? Bid Now storms in Ohio?
Bid Now, yep. Oh yeah, we've had storms. In fact, just a little while ago it was thundering. I was hoping it would continue to thunder. That would have been cool.
We're sitting here on our deck. We're overlooking our little deck garden, and we're overlooking the creek, which is mud right now. The tide is out.
Yeah.
Just to give you a sense of the setting here.
And there are hummingbirds flying around. They're so cool. Love them.
And what do we want to talk about? Well, we'll just talk about what's going on right now. We don't do a whole lot of topic lives, but we just talk about things that we find interesting. Let me
it was just my birthday.
Oh yeah, recently we celebrate the whole
3
month.
days ago. Yes.
Farm Girl's birth month.
It was fun.
Hi, John Citizen.
And our daughter was supposed to come today to have more celebrations, but her boyfriend is sick with COVID.
He was forced to get vaccinated.
Yes, by his job.
We can give anecdotes about COVID and vaccinate. We can't tell people what to do, or we get in trouble. We can only tell what we see.
And what we're doing.
And what we're experiencing, and what we're seeing is, like things like this. He was forced to get vaccinated. Now he always gets COVID. Yeah.
And we haven't been vaccinated, and we don't get it.
My daughter was called an idiot by people that she knew in her profession and locals where she lives for not getting vaccinated, and she's not getting COVID. So anyway.
Hope all of you are healthy.
Yeah, stay healthy, people. We don't tell anybody what to do. We don't have any medical training. We're not.
But we take vitamin D3 and selenium.
We take ivermectin, vitamin D3, selenium, magnesium. We take a whole host of. Farm Girl keeps us in the supplements.
Yes.
So, happy birthday, says Ronald Neal.
Thank you.
John asks how the dogs are doing. Bear is quite old, but he's doing very well.
He's doing great.
There are days that he looks like a 2-year-old.
Yes, and he's very grumpy.
And when he stands, instead of standing like a normal dog, he stands like this because he's got all this arthritis, and that's another thing of late that's been bothering me is my shoulder, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Maybe I'll talk to you about that now. That was a very weird.
It was crazy.
It was an odyssey.
He was in excruciating pain. Like
it was bad. I had teeth chattering pain.
Yes.
Which I don't get very often. I've had a lot of pain in my life, and I need to not keep saying that, but that's just a fact.
Yeah.
But I don't want to manifest any more of it.
No, thank you. We're done.
So here's what happened. Quick update. I was pretty sure that I had injured one of the tendons in my shoulder. I was so confused that I wanted to see this in 3D. I got this model, and these are those tendons that I speak of that attach to the muscles. And I see these doctors talking about this, and they don't give you much of a close-up, of what's going on. You've got these 5 muscles, I think, and I'd name them all for you, but I don't want to pretend to be a doctor. And what's quite interesting is you've got this shallow pocket. Let me pop this off of here. You've got this, oops, ow. You got this shallow pocket that this bone sits in. The ball of this bone rests in that joint in there. Can you see it? And they never show you that. Okay. So what I was thinking was that it's very common. I tore
his rotator cuff, which is the tendon that attaches the muscle to the bone.
One of those tendons, one of these number of tendons that attaches to these number of muscles. So I was having pain, and then all of a sudden it got really bad.
It was bad.
And then as time wore on, we talked about this. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get to your comments in a second. But I really want to go over this because this is really interesting. And I know a lot of people deal with that, especially when you get older. There's the hummingbird.
Oh, he's
We got this little red-throated hummingbird. We get the emerald green ones.
Love them.
Red-throated ones.
They're so cool.
So I'm thinking, I've got a tear. And what happens with me is I will injure myself, and I've worked physically all my life. So when I injure myself, I just block it. I don't even. I'll start bleeding, and then I'll wipe it off, because I don't want to get distracted by that. Because there's the green one.
You're getting distracted.
He's landed on the okra plant.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I don't want to get distracted by injuries, so I just kind of ow, get over the pain, and then move on and continue to work.
Yeah.
Well, apparently that's what I did with this shoulder, is I forgot, and then that's how I forget what I've done. So I'm trying to be more mindful of my little injuries.
And I kept saying, we need to just make it so you're not moving it, which was not really the right thing to do.
And
but it
what
just
I should have
seemed
done
right.
is obvious. I should have gone to an orthopedic doctor, I guess. I did call the doctor that I finally have started kind of going, like get a checkup every year or so.
Sweet. Thank you, Redneck Pepper.
But they told me, just, I said, do I need to come in? I said, it's painful, but, I'm hoping it'll heal. They said, watch it for a while, and if it gets worse, come in. It got so much worse.
So bad.
One night it got
just
so bad that I couldn't do this, or it was like I had somebody stick a knife in me.
Yeah.
And then I
scary.
figured out how to sleep, and then it got really complicated because I couldn't sleep on this side. I have a problem with my physical apnea. My throat collapses if I sleep on my back. So I was limited to my right side. I know this is getting boring, but here's what I'm getting at.
No, I'm just kidding.
I finally figured out how to sleep on the side, because you can't just sleep on one. I didn't want to make the other shoulder sore.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured out how to set the pillow under here and then one under my neck so that this wasn't not getting as much pressure. Then something went pop. And I woke up the next morning. I mean, it was sore after something popped. And then the soreness went away, and I got up the next morning.
He's like, it's perfect.
I
don't know what's going on.
For days, I was walking around like this, like I was in a sling, because I was thinking, I need to immobilize it.
Yeah.
I kept reading conflicting information. What I should have done was move it. I think Farm Girl and I,
we were trying
one day, just went like this.
Like smash it to see if it needed to just go back in or something.
It was dislocated, we think. Had to be.
And you were hanging and doing some exercise.
I was doing all these exercises, where I leaned over a chair and did this kind of pendulum thing. And then we pushed it, and I think what we did was kind of got it to where it wanted to reseat.
Yeah.
I really think that my damn shoulder
went back in.
Had come out, and it went
pop.
I heard,
uh-oh.
Oh crap! How does it go?
Oh no! You lost a tendon. Oh jeez.
That's painful. Anyway, okay. Sorry guys.
I'm glad that's not real life.
So go to an orthopedic orthopedic
Yeah.
surgeon or doctor, and if you have a problem with your shoulder, and
Yeah, they would have just
don't,
x-rayed it and known.
and they would have known right away, and they would have
put it right
gone.
back in. Yep.
Talked to my neighbor about it, and I went through this whole story, and then I finally got to the crescendo, and I said, so I think that it was dislocated, and he was following the story, and he was like, oh my goodness, that I did the same thing, and mine went pop, and he said, now that you say that, I think that's what happened to me. He thinks his shoulder was dislocated.
Mike?
No, Jeff.
Oh.
Yeah. So he said, as I was explaining this, he was saying this is like my story.
Yeah.
He said he was in his car, and his wife hit a bump, and he had his elbow near the armrest, and the car jumped up and popped, and he said my shoulder just started hurting, like it hurt it. He said, I just thought I injured it and needed to just rest it. Yeah. So he, as I explained all this, and then one day it just got better like that. It's still sore, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
nothing.
but
I literally couldn't do this.
He couldn't lift it up. Yeah. And
anyway, okay.
And everybody was saying, don't get the surgery.
Yeah.
I'm like, but then what do? You just live with a tear your whole life?
Yeah, and you get conflicting information, but the basically what I got, the what do you call it when everybody's minds come together? The consensus.
Brainstorming.
The consensus seemed to be don't get surgery unless if you've severed a tendon, you need surgery. And a lot of people said after surgery they were fine, but I've heard so many people say, I wish I'd never gotten surgery.
Yeah.
You got to weigh your options, and they're trying to do less surgery, I think, now on that.
Yeah.
So now they can do, what do you call it? Is it laparoscopic? Where they just
laser surgery.
They go in the little hole and they do it microscopically.
Yeah.
I had left shoulder joint partially replaced. The ball only in January is free of pain now.
Good.
Well worth the operation. See, that's great. Those
that's
little
awesome.
anecdotes are great to hear.
Yep.
Thanks, Doug Roudabush.
And I'm thinking about getting my bunions done.
Jigsy says happy birthday.
I wish it was just done and healed, and I don't want to go through the downtime. So, but then again, I don't want to get older and have my feet be all mangled. So, I don't know.
Dennis is waiting for his shoulder replacement surgery. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Friend. Howdy, Roger Blair. Ouch, been there, says Trip. Fred says happy birthday.
D.
Good to see you again, Doug.
And Jeff Ringley.
Okay.
Scott Johnson.
Thanks, Redneck Prepper.
So sweet.
Boatswain, okay. Not vaxxed here, by the way.
Hi, Sly. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. That top is stunning. Thank you. You know what? Oh.
Wait, which one?
It's Tommy Bahama, you know.
I do like that. That's nice.
Storms. Okay, so let's go down here and see.
Mine's from Venus.
Jen, you look beautiful as always.
All of my clothes are from Venus, pretty much.
Have you ever lifted weights or done bodybuilding? Oh, that's for me.
Yeah.
No, this one does all that. Never done any myself.
I've been doing more upper body. Does it look better?
Should I? Well, you tell me. Look at that.
You're buff no matter what you do. Okay. If I take a week off, I'm like skinny and look weak.
Okay. That will leave a mark. Yes, it will. Hi, guys from
Panama City
Cana.
Beach, Florida. We were there last year this time.
Is that Cap Cana Marina or Cape Cana? Punta Cana.
Ooh, Punta Cana. I want to go there.
Come over and visit. You'll love it here.
If you can, visit Andrew Sports Med Ortho, best in the country.
Where's Punta Cana?
Huh. That's in Dominican Republic.
Oh.
Right?
It's hot here. Okay. Panama City, Florida. My cousin lives there. My cousin John.
Yeah. It was hot here. Like, even last night when the sun went down, it was so hot and sweaty.
I'm sorry.
And now I'm cold. It's only 75 degrees.
Shout out to the guys at the doghouse in Panama City.
Yeah.
The guys and gals down there, our cousin John and his lovely wife,
Lisa.
John and Lisa.
Yep.
Down at the dog house. A partial
Oh.
tear about 12 years ago. Doctor said leave it, do rehab. Everything is great.
Oh, that's
By the
awesome.
way, my wife just had her bunions done. She's back and running 4 miles a day. Wow.
In how long? How long did that take?
Please tell her to be careful. Go easy on the running because she doesn't want to have her hips replaced.
Oh, God.
Should I not say that?
Well, no, I'm just thinking about her feet.
Yeah, just have them.
I want to know how long it's been.
Have them watch her hips.
Hi, Todd from
bear
Iowa.
Has
Family in New Bern. We were there.
Okay.
Did we just say that? We were there last Friday?
I don't know, but let me also give a shout out to the Hilton Doubletree.
Oh, yeah.
The staff there. The
So-
hotel was very nice.
So nice. Yes.
They need to clean those windows though.
Hell yeah.
We had a king suite. Is that what you call it?
Yeah. They
And
upgraded
they gave
us.
They were very nice. Gave us
So
an
nice.
upgrade because they didn't have a room.
A
for
king
us.
room available.
Yeah. So, but let me say this. I can be distrusting of like people cleaning hotels, cleaning your rooms because you hear stuff all the time. But this maid found this expensive shirt. I don't buy expensive shirts, but we were on vacation and I bought this shirt.
I made you buy that
Yeah,
shirt.
she made me. I'm $10. Okay, that's my shirt. She made me spend some money on a shirt, and this and another button down. They brought to the front desk. The front desk called us when we were 10 minutes out of New Bern when we had just checked
Yeah.
out, and said, "We have your shirts and we're going to send them to you."
Isn't that
That's
nice?
really cool.
So nice.
That restores your faith in people.
Yes.
Do you remember that girl's name? The front desk. At the front desk. Very nice young redhead lady there.
So nice.
I think that was
When we
her
were
that we
checking
talked to.
in, she said, "Would you like a bottle of wine for your birthday celebration?"
Oh, that's another thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see, we
I was
keep,
like, "What? Yes."
don't we keep finding perfect segues? We segue now into alcohol.
I'm
Okay.
like, free alcohol?
Let's talk
What?
about alcohol and alcoholism and not drinking and drinking
Oh,
and being on the
God,
wagon.
let's
Hello from hot Texas. Hi, Byron.
So we've been on the wagon for 3 months.
Yes.
And then I
That in
decided
and of
that
itself
on that
is a
trip,
miracle, right?
Yeah.
We didn't, yeah.
Yeah. On that trip, I had decided I wanted 1 beer and 2 glasses of wine. That's what I wanted. That was my plan. A beer, like a delicious beer, a white wine, and a red wine.
Yeah. And what did I say would happen?
Well, yeah, but you took the reins and were ordering beers at
please.
different
Oh, here we
places.
go. Here we go.
It's his fault.
We're going to fight. You're going to see us fight. So I said, but she said, I just want to have a drink or two. I said, well, I thought we quit drinking. Like, quit. Well, I think we can control it. And I
Doesn't
said,
have to
that's
be
the
all or
problem. That's
nothing.
why we quit, is because we can't control it.
We took a break.
We were drinking every night.
Yeah.
We were not skipping nights. It had slowly progressed. For me, over 45 years, what did I decide?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah,
Me too.
about 45.
Yeah. Well-
Well, really 40 or less, because
30.
we weren't really big drinkers when we were children.
Maybe 30 years.
So it had progressed to where we were drinking every night, and we were having 3 or 4 drinks.
Yeah.
I had to cut it down from 5 or 6 drinks. That's ridiculous. We did do that.
It was getting bad.
And I was pacing between. Okay,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have one yet. I shouldn't have one
Yeah.
yet. Pace a
But
little
it's
bit.
just like culture. It becomes like a habit, and it's just something that you do every day. Well, not everybody, but it progresses for some people. And we decided that we wanted to be healthy. We wanted to be good to older Exoman and farm girl.
Yeah. We
are
thought about it.
very healthy.
We thought, where are we going with this? I mean, how much more do we really need to drink?
Yeah.
And we're buying. It's expensive.
It is expensive.
It's taxing on your system. It's
Yeah.
very, very bad for you.
Yeah.
And so we quit drinking, and it wasn't even a plan.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing
It
about
just
it.
happened.
We didn't do any rehab. We talked about this, that you're supposed to get medical supervision. Did not know this.
Well, I mean, if you drink a lot.
Well, if you drink for a long time, for many, many years, and you drink
Because your body
substantial.
adapts to it.
Yes, and so it can wreak havoc on your heart.
Your blood pressure,
can
yes.
skyrocket. All kinds of weird, wonky things can happen with your body.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. You might as well just go tell the doctor, I'm going to quit drinking. They might advise you to go get a blood pressure cuff. I've had one for years. They're cheap now.
Yeah.
They're under $50, and you can check your blood pressure instantly. Wrap thing around your arm, turn it on, boom, you know. So anyway, we lost. So we didn't plan on it, and then we did it, and then we learned all. There's that damn squirrel.
Oh,
hey,
hi, little guy. You're
give me
so
something.
cute.
I'll throw my
Oh, he's so cute.
throw my shoulder at him.
What was I gonna say? Forgot what I was
So
gonna say.
we start. So what
Oh,
happened?
he lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
More than 20.
I was like 226, 27-ish now.
Now-
I think
now
I was
he's
getting
like
down to 202,
202.
204, and that range.
And I lost like 10 pounds, which is a lot
and we're
for
still
me.
and we're still losing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I went down, then I hit a plateau at about 204, 206 in there, and then it stayed there, and then I went down another 3 pounds.
And then we went out drinking one night.
And then I went up to 206.
And then we felt like crap
Yeah.
on Saturday. It was not good.
So
I mean, it wasn't like a hangover, but it was just tired and just not great. So, but since then, we've been very good. We're back on the wagon.
More of an auction company LLC. This guy said, I had a partial tear about 12 years ago. Doctor said to leave it and do rehab, so I did. Oh, we already read. I'm sorry, I already read that one. Let's go down here and see what's going on. Took about 2 months to recover from bunion surgery.
Every once in a while is okay, Scott says. Thank you, Scott.
Don't say that, Scott. That's what people rationalize.
I need some backup.
Um,
That's a different one.
The reason it's not okay is because some of us, we never considered ourselves out of control or alcoholics, but you are out of control if you can't control it. And
really?
yeah,
Wow, that's so
that's how that
technical.
works. Well, I studied this, so I've done many lectures.
But we obviously have been controlling.
But what we couldn't do is what we wanted to do was say, all right, let's do weekends only.
Yeah.
And that kind of drinking sounds safe.
That.
That's
did that
innocuous,
for
right?
a while, remember?
We couldn't do it. We
did, though. We
couldn't
did
keep it.
Well, yeah. It just, then we would just slip back into the every night
And then
thing.
we would say, let's take a few days off. None of those things worked.
Well, we did it, though.
It's just like heroin. Like,
did it,
oh,
we
I'll only
just
do heroin's safe as long as you only do it once a month. Don't do it, because it's poison. Booze.
It is.
No, wait. We're not telling you guys not to drink. Please understand that.
Yeah,
we're
we're
not proselytizing. We're not preaching. You do what suits you. We're just saying from our perspectives. I hate that when people become vegans or,
I know.
or quit smoking, and then you got to quit smoking because
Yeah.
I quit smoking.
Yeah.
We're not doing
Yeah.
that. We don't ever want you to feel like we're doing that. So please, by all means, enjoy. Don't feel guilted in any way.
Yeah.
We sure as hell did. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
We did whatever the hell we wanted. We always have.
Yep.
So.
Still do.
Mm-hmm.
I do what I want. That's what I tell them all the time.
So, message held for review.
But I do want to be good to older Jennifer. I want to go like my grandmother did, and just do a crossword puzzle.
Oh man, why
lay
do people
down
have
and
to
go to
say
sleep.
stupid crap? Okay.
Because they think it's fun.
Let us delete this fool. How do you
You can
block?
hide him.
I want to block him completely.
Hide
We have
user
a childish-
on this channel.
A childish fool in our midst, and now we're rid of him. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There's always the kid. There's always the little children that have to.
One bourbon, one shot, one beer.
Yeah.
I don't do the bourbon, but I could do the tequila. I do love tequila.
All right. So what else do we want to talk about? We were going to be joined this weekend by our daughter. We talked about this earlier. but the irony is her boyfriend was forced to be vaccinated for work before they fired him, right?
Right, yeah, he was forced. And
Forced to
then
vaccinate
they fired
to
him
get his livelihood.
for some
They
timing
forced him
issue
to
or
get
something.
vaccinated, and now he seems to be getting COVID all the time.
Yes.
Our daughter, who is not vaccinated, doesn't get COVID, and she was called by people in her town idiot for not getting COVID vaccine. It's what they call the vaccine. A vaccine is a dead or weakened virus, but I'm not telling you anything that I know because I'm not a doctor, right? And I don't tell people what to do. I don't know it. I'm just a guy making YouTube videos, so we're not giving.
Doug.
We don't have medical information to give you. We just have our experience to share with you. That is all.
Glad you weren't one of the passengers in your grandpa's car.
Why? What happened?
I want to die like my grandfather in his sleep, not screaming in terror like the other passengers in his car.
Let me tell you two quick stories related to that. I remember one time when I was driving and I woke up all of a sudden on my motorcycle. I was asleep
That's so scary.
heading to Florida from Georgia. I remember going.
Oh God.
Another time, you might think me narcoleptic. Is it narcoleptic?
Well, I have realized that I was not all there while I was driving. I just arrived where it was going, and
alcohol.
No.
You shouldn't do that.
That was a long time ago, and I think I was pregnant.
Another time, I had to go to Colorado from New Orleans, and I put an ad in the paper back before. This is decades before the internet, and I was driving a Pinto wagon, and I found a kid to drive with me and share the gas, split the gas money, and I was somewhere in Texas, in the middle of the night. And I heard screaming, and I felt tearing at my face, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I woke up, and I was in the driver's seat, and and I heard screaming tires on asphalt. We were doing high-speed donuts on the interstate.
That's so scary.
Kudos to the Pinto.
So he woke up and was like,
he
"Holy
was like,
shit."
"Ah!" He was screaming and clawing my
Wake
face.
up!
Yeah, because it was just
He was asleep
bizarre.
too, I'm sure.
Anyway, I probably told those stories a million
Yeah.
times. 67 years. Okay. I fell asleep at a red light. Oh, that was the first and last time you drank. That's a good story.
Geez. I've seen people asleep at red lights or like stop signs.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you okay?
Oh man, be careful out there.
Yeah, that's
There's
scary.
people like Jennifer driving out there. So.
I got there. I wasn't asleep.
Well, they say
obviously because I got where I was going.
I read that that's an alcohol.
know.
I was joking, but I read that there's a thing with alcohol that you have they call it some sort of amnesia that is
I think that's like a blackout.
it is disease of your brain. It's like dementia, caused by too much alcohol.
But
And they were telling a story about a man who drove so many miles and then didn't know how he got there.
Yeah.
And he was a heavy drinker.
Well, I was not a heavy drinker when I did that. So.
Okay. And you've never been really what I would consider a heavy drinker.
No.
So anyway, so this live feed has gone all over the place, and we'll wrap it up here. Howdy, y'all. Finally caught a live feed. Welcome.
Oh, good. Hi,
welcome,
Boyd.
Glad you could join us. Yep, we're all talking live. It's phenomenal that you can do this. Hello, Ilor. Is that how you say that? Ilor Braz in
Brazil.
In Brazil.
Nice.
In Brazil.
We have a what do you call it? Child fund girl that we take care of.
A recipient.
In Brazil.
Yeah. We sponsor a child there.
Thank you.
Make your words,
We are
Jennifer.
sponsors.
Of a child in Brazil.
She's very sweet. She writes us letters and stuff.
Yeah.
And we write back.
Don't embarrass her. Don't say her name.
I can't pronounce her name.
All right. So, anything else?
I agree with you, Rob. Stick to your guns.
What's that? What did he say?
He said he's not getting the jab, the stab, and if his employer mandates it, he'll
Man,
be finding a new
we
employer.
feel so.
Sorry
You know,
for people who are
I feel
forced.
so bad that people are forced to do that.
Awful.
Again,
Like,
we're not
yeah.
scientists or doctors. We don't give advice. We only know what our experience is. But I was thinking, and I was saying that it is not being part of any program and being a free agent in my life, and you, same thing.
Mhm.
We've always owned and operated our own business. We've done our own thing because we've just never wanted to work for other people.
I used to work.
I always say I had no education and I had to fly by the seat of my pants and I had to figure things out.
And you've done better than anybody I know.
Well, thank you. That was very nice. But yeah, I had the fire in my belly and I figured things out.
Yeah.
I've always been a free agent. And when this came along, I was like, no. I'm not doing that because that's an experiment.
Well, it's just so questionable.
And it was emergency use authorization. This is a fact. It wasn't approved. It was emergency use authorization. And anecdotally, I just had a friend in the Philippines who did a video for me. He states in the video, I'm going to publish it. I don't know if I can. I think I can put it on YouTube. But he's saying in the video
Maybe.
that he said I had the
Vaccine.
what was the vaccine?
Moderna?
No.
AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca. He said 20 days later, and he's talking, he's lost use of his left arm, and he can barely walk. He said he had a stroke 20 days later, and his doctor confirmed that he had
Blood clots.
he was injured. He had a brain blood clot, aphasia stroke or something like that, from the vaccine. So these are medically confirmed facts.
The vaccine that the doctor had given him 21 days before.
Yeah, 20 days before.
Or 20 days, yeah.
So now we got the monkeypox, and
Oh yeah,
I'm not
somebody
interested.
just said that
Yeah.
the WHO just.
It's almost like one of those science fictions where
I don't know where it went.
where you know how in a science fiction they would say that they developed these things to get rid of a bunch of the population. It's funny how it would, comically you could say that it's sort of like that. Like never mind. So so we've known people that have gotten a vaccine and been injured, and we should be allowed to say that. That's the truth. Those are facts, and medically confirmed. And anyway, those are just anecdotes. So thanks everybody for joining us. We just wanted to do a quick live to tell you where we are, how we're doing, and
It's Saturday and I'm not at work.
we've sold the business, and we're doing real estate now. I guess we could talk about that before we go. How long have we gone on? Have we outworn our welcome? Do we care?
It hasn't been that long,
Oh,
actually.
Really?
Like a half hour, not even a half
That's a
hour.
long time to sit here and talk.
Oh.
So real estate.
We do this
So-
all the time.
When I was a boy and I quit school, working in the Waffle House, whatever, I said when I grow up, I got to be a movie star
Oh yeah.
or a rock star. You
You set the bar high.
and then I didn't,
I'm gonna be a brain surgeon.
and I was like,
and
I
an
don't
astronaut.
something to make money.
Both.
Something I got to do something to make a good
Yeah.
living. And I didn't know anything, so I was like, well, I'm sure I could pick a guitar and
Hone those skills.
yeah, and none of that stuff really panned out. And what was the term that I brought home from Newbern?
Oh yeah.
Thank God for unanswered prayers.
Yes.
I thank God every day that I didn't become a Hollywood elite movie star, or just a movie star in that culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those people don't do well.
Yeah, it would have been tough for us.
They don't have good relationships, longevity. They don't. Rock
I
stars.
mean, I'm sure we would have been fine.
Rock stars always need a new kidney or a liver, and
Yeah.
they get, they're prone to disease and early death and suicide and depression and I don't know. But anyway, So we now have started to phase into real estate as real estate investors. Is that something to talk about?
Sure.
We do
Trying to figure out what to do with
our lives, and with turning over a new leaf.
Yeah.
We ran a day spa
kind of retire from one
for
thing,
20 years.
start something else. 20 years,
5 years?
22 years.
And so now we're parlaying that into
21 years.
Over those years, we paid off a building, and it was a long haul. And we started that business on credit cards.
Oh, God.
Nobody would give us money.
We don't suggest that.
We didn't have a business plan. She had a college degree. I had no clue what a business plan was.
We opened the business, and a month later, September 11th
It was like
happened.
it
Or
was
2
like
months later,
those of
September
you.
11th.
It was like those of you who opened your business and then COVID hit.
Yeah,
which-
it was.
That was a longer lasting and a lot worse ultimately, but it was the same sort of scenario. We started the business,
Yeah.
9/11 happened, everybody canceled their appointments for our brand new
It was
business.
bad. We were going gangbusters for about a month
And
and
the
a half.
landlord didn't suspend rent.
No.
We didn't have that kind of thing where the government stepped in and said, you don't have to make payments until this is over.
No.
So we were paying rent, people were canceling their appointments. It was tough. It was tough going, and
So we just kept charging things on credit cards.
and we got in really bad debt. It took us years to get unburied. We scarcely made a living, finishing raising our children.
It was tough.
Anyway, now we've become real estate investors, and that's what we do. So we have rental properties.
But I still do spray tanning.
Yeah. Okay. So that is it. I think we covered all the recent things that we wanted to talk about. We wish you all well.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, let me just quickly update the dog debacle. The guy who had the dog that kept running onto my property, and I went out there and yelled at the guy. I heard barking back here, and I heard it getting closer, and I thought, that's that dog again. And that guy told me, I yelled at him before. I said, keep your dog under control. I didn't yell at him the first 2 or 3 times. And so I grabbed my camera and started filming because I wanted proof. And I ran out there, and Poe, I located Poe, and I was like, be good, it's okay. I tried to make him calm. He saw the dog, attacked the dog. I filmed it, and it was only a couple of
Poor little
It was
guys.
2.5 seconds.
They didn't.
Poe submitted him.
Yeah.
And the guy was coming yelling for his dog. He came to the driveway, and I screamed at him to keep his dog in check, and he shouldn't be letting his dog run. I said, you're creating problems for my dog, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, man, I need to go apologize to the guy because I was really yelling at him.
Yeah.
And, we make some stupid mistakes. I've made them. Anyway, I went over there to talk to the guy because he
Very
was
nice guy.
he was not an aggressive guy. He was very apologetic while I was yelling at him.
Yeah.
I went over there and talked to him, and this was a couple of weeks ago, and I filmed that. I said, do you mind if I turn my camera on? And
He's probably like, why?
he was really nice. He was really
Okay.
apologetic, and he explained that his dog kept slipping off the leash.
Yeah.
And I accepted that, and I said, all right, well, I'm
could
sorry I
see
got
that.
so mad at you, but, it was 5 times, and oh man, you don't have a thing to apologize for. I'm so sorry. That should have never happened. You don't need stuff like that. People don't need that kind of. He was very
nice.
complacent. Yeah. So anyway, so that's it. That's all we got.
All's well that ends well.
All right. We will talk again soon. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out all our videos. We just made a bunch. We have recent.
We didn't talk about Banshee Moon switching, like they switched the protocol on us.
Oh yeah. So her channel got.
It's been
If you're still here.
demonetized.
Her
that.
channel was demonetized a
Because-
few years ago.
Yeah, because they said it was a sex channel.
It was weird because they demonetized it. Then we
Got it remonetized.
Remonetized it because
And
we
then they-
realized it was one video. Because what happened? All of a sudden, you got 1,000 videos, literally.
Yeah.
You had over 1,000 videos. Then they demonetized it. And we said, well, it must have been the last video. You were in a bikini or something.
Yeah.
So we removed that video, applied for your monetization. Then they remonetized. Then out of the blue,
A year later.
they demonetized it again. And the problem is they won't tell you what videos offend them.
Yeah, so you have to go through.
They're like,
and
well,
be
it's
like,
your-
I need to remove all these videos.
So yeah, so she's been removing
no chance.
dozens of videos of these thousands, and it would be very helpful if YouTube would say, we understand that they have
This one's
these
flagged.
rules.
This one's flagged.
Yeah.
This one's flagged. Yeah.
So
just-
she's removed, and so the reason they gave was your videos are made for what? How did they word it? It was worded.
sexual gratification.
It was sexual. Your videos are leaned towards sexual gratification, which we were like, what? Well, we could show you what that is. This
Yeah.
is not that.
This is
is a
definitely
woman.
not that.
This is a 55-year-old woman that looks good in a bikini. We're out on the boat. I think it's appropriate. All these young girls with the fishing videos, they're all advertised. They're leaning over the boat with the butts in the can. I don't get it. Okay. So now she went to remonetize it. After taking all these videos, look, there's 2 hummingbirds on the okra.
Oh yeah.
And now she goes to remonetize it, and they say a reason your channel is demonetized is because of dangerous content that would endanger people. Like we're playing with
felling
dynamite.
trees, is that dangerous?
No, I don't think
they,
so.
They won't let a dude fell a tree,
She cuts down a tree with a
Like-
chainsaw, stuff like that. I think it might have been the gun videos. We have a Second Amendment for a reason.
Yeah.
We have rights to. I don't know, but a lot of channels are just gun channels, and
Yeah.
they're advertising. So we wish that
We're
YouTube
still
would
trying to
tell
figure
us.
it out.
We're still trying to.
But now it's changed.
We are trying to
So,
comply, but they
that's
keep
good.
changing the reason. And to make matters more confusing and irritating, they're running ads on some videos. If we find that some of the video, like one video was on Bourbon Street, and you can hear music in the background, and a record label owns that copyright,
yeah.
right? They own that song, and they go to YouTube and say, hey, this is our song. We don't want them to take the video down. We just want to run ads on it. And YouTube says, okay, and they're running ads on our videos.
Yeah.
And they're sharing the revenue, YouTube and BMG
While
Music.
saying it's not
While
advertiser
saying
friendly.
Your content isn't advertiser friendly, but it is for this record label and for us. We're going to monetize these videos. That's not right.
It's just not
That's
right.
unethical.
Yeah.
That's Anyway,
Okay, so that's it.
That's all
Here we go, one more time.
we'll end it there.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you very much, guys.
Robert, Antonio, Terry, Lankish, Greg, Boyd, Victor, and everybody else that's here. We love you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's been nice, and we'll talk with you guys again soon.
Brian Murphy.
Okay? Stay well. Mwah.
And Scott. Mwah. Bye, guys.